we have now, my lady?
We have Dr. Borodin calling in. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Very good, thank you. And right there about downtime was a very good introduction into what we're about to talk.
Yes, thank you for joining us on KLAV 12:30 a.m. You are on Real Talk with Clever Minds. I'm Miss Please. You have Mr. Z here. We have a wonderful guest.
Hello there, sir. How you doing?
We have
Very good, thank you. How are you?
And then we have our future judge
There you
for
go.
Department S,
There you go.
Jason
Positive girl.
Stoffel, right?
Jason Stoffel. And the best way to remember is Stoffel Waffle.
Stoffel
Waffle.
Okay,
There we go.
that.
See, that's good stuff right there.
So tell us a little bit about your software that you guys, your company has created. I think it's awesome, especially with technology and cell phones and devices being such the way of the world these days.
If you look around, people in the subway, people waiting for a bus, we see more and more that people are staring at their small screen devices, at smartphones. Mm-hmm. And overall, we spend way too much time looking at those screens.
Yes, Mr.
I was looking for some stats, and I saw that an average adult easily spends 9 hours per day in front of different screens. Can you believe that?
Yeah. I can.
Oh, yeah.
And we torture ourselves because these. I'm looking at Mr. Z on his cell phone,
Leave me alone,
and his
woman.
laptop, and
I love you,
these
but you
screens are so small. And I like the fact I was reading in it. Your one of your apps. Well, one of the great things that I see the benefits of your app is that people with or without disabilities can use this to multitask.
Yes, absolutely. And the way we started is we were looking at people with vision impairments. We're looking to help them improve their ability to interact with the web. And then we realized that just about everybody is experiencing similar problems. Let's say you're driving, right? You cannot look at the screen, so you're situationally impaired. If you don't have enough time, you're time impaired, so you wish you could multitask. And that's what our app allows people to do. It helps them consume digital information and listen to everything they want to read. So instead of looking at the screen and reading it with their eyes, they can listen and multitask or relax. You could drive safely. You could be cooking, working out in the gym, watching kids. So the possibilities are endless.
Dr. Borodin, can you share with our listeners the name of your company and the name of your software and what devices that these softwares are available for? This software is available for.
So I am the president and CEO of a company called CharmTech Labs, and we're developing this charming technology that we call Capture Narrator. It allows you to capture information and capture your freedom as well from the screens. Mm-hmm. So Capture Narrator is currently available for iPhones and iPads on the App Store. It's a free application. It works right out of the box. It has it gives you the ability to listen to web pages, to any kind of files from Dropbox, Google Drive, files like PDF, Word documents, PowerPoints, RTF, TXT, unprotected ebooks, you name it.
Awesome.
Okay. May I ask the question, Miss Please?
Go ahead.
Do you feel, sir, that the technology has gotten to where it is getting right now, that everything is going towards apps, not so much as towards devices, sir?
That's a good question.
App is for a device, right?
Yes, sir.
Think about if you had a specific device for a specific function, let's say a GPS. I think GPS is going to fade out because people don't want to carry.
I need the damn thing. I'm sorry, sir.
You know how I drive these days? I have an iPhone. I just turn on Google Maps.
Yep.
And it gives me turn-by-turn directions.
Don't fall in the water, though. But go ahead.
Yeah. The only thing I'm missing there is the having a big screen on my dashboard. But I think Apple is going to come up with iOS for cars, and that's going to be translated directly to the dashboard.
It's going to be a big distraction.
So to answer your question, people don't need yet another device to carry around. And I know that blind people have embraced iPhones and iPad technology because it gives them a mainstream device, not another assistive technology device they need. And they also don't want to stand out. They want to have this common, accepted smartphone, and it does everything for them.
I like the fact that you had mentioned in your press release that you also cater to students, and I'm noticing, and Council Jason could also probably contest, and as well as Mr. Z.
No, it's Y. I'm just go ahead, gorgeous.
But we have a lot of kids with learning disabilities, and if what I'm learning now is that if a child does not have an IEP, you can't get the software programs that come on your computer that read back to the kids. So this is awesome, whether it's at a fee-based app or a free app. The kids can actually, since they're so attached to their devices, they can actually have their assignments or part of their assignments sent to their emails, or they can go to a website that has the books online or the ebooks and have it read back to them. And it puts them in an advantage because, a lot of these kids want to go to college or just trying to get through high school or whatever grade they're in. And it's easier for somebody to read it back to them sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And, kids, students, that's one of our target audiences. In fact, we're targeting everybody who has any need to read anything. And believe me, there are people who don't want to read anything. Let me tell you more about what you can do with our application. So, as I said, it allows you to import content from different sources like Dropbox, Google Drive, Clipboard, and especially browser. That's an interesting part, I believe. So when you import content, it goes into a playlist. So rather than having a music playlist, you have a playlist of documents or articles that you would like to listen to. And then at any point, you can just press play, and then if you have a smartphone, put it in your pocket and go about your daily activities. I myself listen a lot when I'm driving, when I'm exercising. Sometimes just put myself to sleep with some latest technology news.
Is this available now to download?
Yeah, it is available and it is free. So it comes with one voice, the female voice that would do the narration. And if you would like to have other voices, let's say with a British accent, learned Oxford accent, or we have a bunch of American accent voices, Australian voice, we even have an Indian voice. There are voices of different ages. The child voice, so you can imagine a child listening to a book narrated to her by another child.
I like that.
With the browser, when you get the content from the browser, what you can do is you can open up a web page and add it to the playlist. Or better yet, if you're on the front page, when you can see the headline news, you can just press and hold on any of those news articles without opening them and add them to the playlist. Mm-hmm. Very convenient and fast. And even better, there's a button that enables you to transform the web page instantly into the list of article links. So it's very simple. So it's very usable by people who are older adults and not very comfortable with technology, or for people with some learning disabilities. That simplifies the way it looks. So we're striving to make a universal accessible application that is good for everybody, people with and without vision impairments, people who are busy, people who have a low vision. As you know, 10 to 15% of the United States population have dyslexia. So these people cannot read well from the screen. So this, it's really for everybody.
Question: how can we get paid from this? How does someone get paid developing an app like yours, sir?
You mean how does a developer get paid?
Well, let me put it in layman's terms, sir. If someone develops an app like you development, what is the financial aspect of this, sir?
So one of the ways to do this is to subscribe for ads. So you've probably seen a lot of those applications when you install an app and then it starts showing you ads. It's extremely annoying, but it does pay. We do not follow that approach. You can sell apps, but that limits the adoption rate, because people, even if you have a 99-cent app, they're less likely to download it than if it's a $0 app. And right now, it looks like the best approach is a freemium model. Mm-hmm. When you give away the applications are free. Maybe it's a basic application. Maybe it's a fully featured application, but then it has additional features that you can purchase. Like in our case, it's voices. As I said, we have over 24 of additional high-quality voices, and they go anywhere between $2 to $6. And that's currently our model.
Okay.
You don't have to buy them, but if you want to improve your experience and just have somebody with an Oxford accent read content to you, then it's only a few dollars. And then these voices are restorable between all of your iOS devices.
Oh, nice.
By the way, in about 2 months, we're going to have Windows and Mac versions available, too.
That'll be wonderful. Dr. Borodin, can you please let our listeners, because we have 2 minutes left, can you let our listeners know how to find your website, the name of your app, who you are, and how they can reach you?
1 minute.
The easiest way to learn more about our app is to go to captivoice.com. It's a CAPTI voice.com. And another way, if you have an iPhone and iPad, you can look it up. It's CAPTI, CAPTI. And you should be able to find the application online. It's a free application, so give it a try.
Okay.
Extremely easy to use. Doesn't need any instructions. And we have Windows and Mac versions coming out in about 2 months. So essentially, you'll be able to take your computer at home, start listening while you're fixing breakfast.
Dr. Borodin.
Grab an iPhone.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
We're actually out of time. We appreciate you coming on the air.